And welcome back, brothers and sisters, here with another short clip. This is a information clip that I certainly feel you people need to be aware of. I'm aware of it. The angels lead me to it, and therefore I shall lead you to it. There is great deception that is continuously being maintained with each and every step I take toward, of course, reclaiming our matrix for all of the life on this planet that we have forsaken over the past few thousand years. Each and every step I take, the dark side, the individuals who uh, appear as light, those individuals throughout the uh, false Christian faith, those calling themselves Christ conscious, and of course the Israelite faith, the Negro Israelite faith. They are, well, as you have seen, they're doing everything they can to offset your redemption process by creating videos and making it appear as if they are a chosen one or of the chosen collective, the Yang Christ Conscious Collective. And these individuals are certainly in place to do nothing more than influence you or redirect your perception and redirect your course. I ask that you don't allow this to happen. I stay tuned to me because I got the key. What I want to do is turn my video around here. If you give me one moment, and we're going to. I'm going to. There you go. There's the date, so you have an opportunity to. We're going to go to this video here. Christians are narrow-minded bigots. Focus on this man here and listen to what great deception, of course, this man is spreading. Now, I want to tell you the reason why he's spreading this great deception right now. The reason why he's spreading these heretical lies in regards to who you are, how you should be functioning as a Christ-conscious individual in this, the day of our redemption, is because of the reality that the Gentile is and has lost their hold on the authentic reality of Christ, or I should say, not authentic. They've lost their hold on the deceptive narrative in regards to Christ. And now, because they realize that that narrative is being taken away by none other than the authentic Most High division of our three-divisional Trinity, these individuals want to say things like this. Now, their Bible, look at the title on this: Warning the People. Now, in this man's very Bible, you have an opportunity to hear about Sodom and Gomorrah, and how it is also in the Bible, in Sodom and Gomorrah. What Sodom is, when you sodomize someone, you have sex with them in their behind. Okay? I mean, as far as I've always known. So what's this man warning you about right now? In this man's Bible, it is said that it is not good for a man to sleep with another man. And brothers and sisters, you understand my stance on this very, very inverted way of evolving. You can't evolve that way. But let's hear what this individual from the Christian community, who says he's no longer a standard Christian, let's hear what he says.
A lot of Christians you meet will be very uninclusive to other people. They're very narrow-minded. And because they're narrow-minded, you will never really be their friend. You will not be accepted in their church, even if you pay tithe. Most likely you will get the boot from their church because you don't align with their biblical principles.
You see the
For
darkness.
example, if you want to live a homosexual lifestyle, you will be rejected by them. They don't love you as you are. If you come out as a transgender,
You see how he uses
most likely
scripture
they will
against you.
reject you because you think differently than they do. If you want to just smoke pot, which is legal in California, likely they will reject you because
Highly
you are
destructive
different than
to
they
your
are,
lungs.
than what their pastor is teaching. Maybe their pastor is teaching against drugs and alcohol, and all you do is smoke pot once in a while, and you drink a few beers, and they just pass their judgment on you. Churches like this lose a lot of members, and the reason why the American church is doing so...
Now, I'd like to stop right there. Brothers and sisters, I want you to also bear in mind that as a result of our third eye blind system having the knowledge and awareness of the fact that because of the media blitz in regards to the worldwide, in regards to our long ago prophesied to come redemption that I, of course, activated in 2021 with the guidance of the Most High and the angels. This gentleman, and of course, the system who controls him, the third eye blind, low vibrational field collage, field of the frequency of third eye blind perception, those who control this flying monkey, they understand that despite the fact that my subscribers, my viewers, and my channel have been manipulated, and to the degree that it has, where you'll see one video has 75 views and another video that was made 3 years ago has 1 view, because of the reality that these individuals know that I have made serious efforts to reach everyone without their help. They realize that they have to do everything they can to gather as many souls as they can to fall with them. So, of course, what they do is they now, we all know that in America, laws have been made that you could do drugs. You could do heroin freely in most states. Kensington, Kensington, Philadelphia is one. Out there in the West, it goes on a lot. Of course, brothers and sisters, you and I know that the criminals run our system. Totally corrupted, dark criminals. And to all you black men and women who feel, hey man, I'm getting away with crime. There's nothing wrong with that. Well, I want you to know that the criminals that run this system, they want nothing more for you and your children but to continue struggling, but to continue attempting to find a way to sustain yourself under the psychosocial, economic conditions that you exist by, where everyone else gets to survive off of your struggling. Not only that, they get to survive off of your electromagnetic negative manifest potential, while you believe that you're nothing more than that black man staring back at yourself in the mirror, that avatar that you co-created. I'm about to bring you all out of your delusion, so stay tuned. But don't think for a second that this criminal element that controls this false evolutionary narrative that you have customized you and your girl and your have aligned your awareness to cares about you, because they don't. They're the dead, the walking dead, deaf, dumb, and blind. Here's a perfect example of how it is they're the walking dead, deaf, dumb, and blind. Okay, let's get back to it. So these individuals controlling the manipulation, the great deception, they want to influence you to believe that, hey, man, I want to smoke weed. I want to party. And the only reason why you want to exist in this type of dysfunction, okay? Now, if you want to enjoy marijuana, you don't have to destroy your lungs. You can actually put it in your lip, and you'll have the same effect. Tobacco, the same thing, without, of course, the hazardous effects that the system, the Food and Drug Administration, employs with fiberglass put into the chews that they sell. That's all disastrous, and you should certainly be cautious of putting any of their tobacco in your mouth if you're not going to chew something that's, for the most part, as basic as it can be. However, these individuals know that you only want to go out and get drunk and party because of your stress. The stress of trying to survive in a system that needs you to be psychologically degraded to survive itself. So, just giving you a heads up on why they're doing things like this.
The reason why the American church is doing so poorly is because they disinclude a lot of people from their church. Now, there are some churches that are very inclusive. They allow homosexuals and transgenders. They're very loving. But there are still a lot of churches that will simply reject you because you are different. And they lose members all the time because of this. Now,
They lose members all the time because of this. Now, this goes back to what I just said to you a moment ago. These individuals want to gain as much of a following into greater self-destruction, into greater abuse of our Matrix program as they can, so that they can, of course, remain a fixture in your lives. We're not going to allow that to happen. We have too much
because
juice.
Of this. Now, I also left the organized religion, never to go back. But it wasn't because I wanted to live a homosexual lifestyle. It wasn't because I wanted to go out and get drunk or smoke pot. In fact, the reason I left organized religion for good and forever is because I wanted to be accepted by Jesus Christ into his kingdom. I could care less about what people think of me because I know when I die,
Now, these individuals, first of all, you're an infinite being. There's no possibility that you, being of the Yang conscious, Christ conscious frequency, can die. You're infinite. If you are born of the Gentile nation, if you are one who is born a Gentile, you can, of course, be grafted into this level of electromagnetic manifest potential, and your immortality will be none different than those of the melanated race, who are the immortals, the immortal co-creators of this Matrix program. Okay, I'm not talking about their flesh. This has less to do with their flesh, that is, as it does more their conscious awareness, of course, which is presently magnetically misaligned to a great degree, but we're going to get that all straightened out very shortly. So you cannot die. And this man, of course, in the false Christ church, they taught you that, oh, you're going to live once, then die, and then go to heaven. You know, it's pretty obvious that these individuals who put that statement together in the Bible, they knew that you had the potential to exist with an immortal and exist as an immortal. They knew that you did because they said in that statement, you only live once and then you die. There goes their deception right there. But to get back to what I was saying, these individuals understand that the Christ narrative, he says, I want to be with Christ. He understands that Christ's narrative is a narrative that is not rooted in reality. Your identity, brothers and sisters, as a Yang, Christ conscious individual, is rooted in the aligned mind of the melanated peoples, okay? Who are the original Christ conscious frequency, to which I, thanks to the Most High, am the head of in this Matrix program from here on out. Okay? Just wanted to drop that in your ear.
About what people think of me, because I know when I die, I will stand before a holy God, and he will either say to me, away from me, you who commit, I wanted to go out and get drunk or smoke. And because they're narrow-minded, you will never really be their friend. You will not be accepted in their church, even if you pay tithe. Most likely you will get the boot from their church because you don't align with their biblical principles. For example, if you want to live a homosexual lifestyle, you will be rejected by them. They don't love you as you are. If you come out as a transgender, most likely they will reject you because you think...
I'm sorry, I have to interject one more time. You know, this love you as you are theme goes directly in, it correlates with the, you have to forgive those who smack you in the face and turn the other cheek so they can smack the other one. And then continue to allow them to abuse anyone that comes after you getting smacked. And still accept what provisions that their false God, false Christ, false religious narrative, and false governance in this lower vibrational market, social currency system provides you. These people are despicable.
Most likely they will reject you because you think differently than they do. If you want to just smoke pot, which is legal in California, likely they will reject you because you are different than they are.
Oh, if you want to come in the church nodding out, you can.
Maybe their pastor is teaching against drugs and alcohol, and all you do is smoke pot once in a while, and you drink a few beers, and they just pass their judgment on you.
All gateways to greater codependence, by the way, there, Mr. Dodo Bird. Look at the darkness in that guy's face. It's sad. The desperation that these people have, knowing that not only are, again, their birth rates are falling. Those of low vibrational perception in the European, Asian, Indian, Arab races, birth rates are declining, especially in this one. Okay? So, and the reason why the birth rates are declining, brothers and sisters, is because it's the end of their age. The yin conscious, those who are totally unconscious and attempting to maintain control of the yin and the yang conscious throughout humanity, they know that their time is up.
Pass their judgment on you. Churches like this lose a lot of members. And the reason why the American church is doing so poorly is because they disinclude a lot of people from their church. Now, there are some churches that are very inclusive. They allow homosexuals and transgenders. They're very loving. But there are still a lot of churches that will simply reject you because you are different. And they lose members all the time because of this. Now, I also left the organized religion, never to go back. But it wasn't because I wanted to live a homosexual lifestyle. It wasn't because I wanted to go out and get drunk or smoke pot. In fact, the reason I left organized religion for good and forever is because I wanted to be accepted by Jesus Christ into his kingdom. I could care less about what people think of me, because I know when I die, I will stand before a holy God, and he will either say to me, "Away from me, you who commit lawlessness," or he will say, "Enter into my..."
Now, according to his biblical scriptural narrative, a man lying with another man is unlawful as you can get to God. Simply, it goes totally against the evolutionary processes that allow us immortal beings to magnetically convert through this matrix program. Now, what would elephants do if all the elephants decided male elephants decided they were going to sleep with each other? What would the cheetahs do? What would the eagles do? What would any other life form on this planet do if that was the decision they all made? Well, oblivion would come to pass. And this is what this dimwit would like to include you into. Oblivion. So, I just want to redirect the dark side's redirecting methodology here, strategy, now at the day of our redemption, so that you brothers and sisters don't get lost in the sauce.
Or he will say, "Enter into my kingdom, my servant into his kingdom." I could care less about what people think of me, because I know when I die, I will stand before a holy God, and he will either say to me, "Away from me, you who commit lawlessness," or he will say, "Enter into my kingdom, my servant who has done my will." So I could care less if the pastor rejects me or if he accepts me for having correct theology. I could care less if Christians respect me or if they disrespect me. All I care about is if Jesus Christ will say to me on my last day, "Good and well done, my faithful servant." Now, when I was in church as a paid pastor, I started to get revelations from Jesus. And what he was telling me about church is that church was like a whorehouse. Now, how is it like a whorehouse? Well, we know that in this world, men will seek after the lusts of their heart. Many of them go to a prostitute, not for true love, but they go to a prostitute for sensuality, for the desires of their flesh, which is false.
Catch what he's saying. Men will go to a prostitute, not for true love. So what he's saying is hey, going to another man for true love is acceptable. That's normal in the eyes of the Most High. Oh my God.
And likewise, many Christians are going to organized religion for false love. It's like prostitution. They're going to a prostitute. And that is what this world wants.
Which is worse,
want a whorehouse,
homosexuality or prostitution?
If we really want Jesus Christ, we will want purity and righteousness, and we will separate from the whore or Babylon the Great, because we want the purity of a real relationship and a real marriage with Jesus Christ. He is the bridegroom, and we are the bride.
Wow.
So what do you want? Do you want to be accepted by a whore? Or do you want to be accepted by the only God who can save you from your sins and save you from eternity in hell?
Unreal. Look at the darkness in that coward's eyes. Your days are numbered there, cowboy. Stay tuned for the rest of the Worldwide Paradigm Shift Show. Prepare to rise.